All right. We are on a video for learning C++. Actually, caught me in the middle of a diff here. I couldn't remember if I had checked in my last commit or my last change on the rogue game, which I didn't. So I was looking at the diff of the last one. I could see right here. This was the original one, and it was changed to this. C +1 here, and then the semicolon comment, and then I commented the +1 out, and that was it. But I never changed that, so. But I couldn't remember the diff command, so I had to look it up. But there's so many of them. I kind of had to just kind of remember from years ago, just bits and pieces. Sometimes you can put together something that you haven't done in a long time because you remember bits and pieces of it. So, fix /bug. Yay. Commit that. And we are good. All right. So, this is how I did that. So if you do a git log. Like at this point, I don't have a change here, but you do a git and then a log, and that'll give you all these. You want this number here on your commits. So fix /bug here. So let's compare this one to that one. So I think you could probably just use head, but I'm not sure about that. Now notice you're down here. We're inside of a thing there. So press Q to quit. Then we're going to grab this. You just need, just the first, I don't know, 5 numbers or so. So 7dbf, let's do a git diff. What was it? 7dbf. Or let's use head on that. Let's just use head. Head with, see if that works. I don't know if it'll work or not. So that's the head. So I want to compare it with 93811B. 93811B. So this was the same one here. And it's telling you right here they're going to do to do text, to do text. I don't know why it's doing that one though. Oh, you know what it was? Oh, that's because the all those files. I forgot I added I had 2 files in that last commit because it was the to do and that. So it compared them both. Okay. But anyway, um, that's what you would use these for. These what are they called? Globally unique, a GUID or GUID. You'll hear them called the GUIDs. These here. You just need I don't know, maybe 5, 6 these letters, enough to just identify one from another. Whoa. So we could do something like this. Let's see. Let's do get log. Wonder if I could do help here. No. Or how about get help? Um, dash log. Unknown switch L. Oh, it just goes off that. So help log show commit logs. Oh, I remember now. Get help, and then just the thing there. Oh, man, Git has so much in it. Origin head. There's so much inside Git. Can you imagine writing Git, or actually your own version or something, and then you got to come up with all these? It's like, yeah, well, it'd be nice to have X, so you put it in there. There's so much. Okay, this is what I was looking for, the range. Let's do head. Okay, the whole history leading to the current commit. Oh, here we go. Yeah, dash number. That's what I wanted. Okay, where am I at? Is it there? So get log. Say the first five or first three. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. That way you don't have to go through the whole history of your project. Now, something I would have thought up had I been working on Git is a when I do a diff, to diff with the current like head and then just put like a 1 for the next one, or 2 if you wanted to do the second one. That's what I would have did. See if anybody put that in. Diff head with 1. No, doesn't know that. Here you can get paths there. That would be something like shoot, you could probably do that on any files. You know, it wouldn't have to be this specific um, project that you're in. Just generically diff something, get diff, and then your paths. I wonder what the raw form is. So what was it? Just raw. Oh wow. Okay. I don't know what I'm looking at, but okay. So let's do it without the raw. Then we get that. I wonder why. Wonder what raw is for though. In raw form. It doesn't really tell you there. I wonder what a histogram is. I don't know. It kind of looks the same. Anyway, just playing around. Okay. Let's get out of that. This, that, that. All right. We are learning C++ from an old book. What is interesting? Okay, where am I at on this? Practice. Okay, here I was doing something with files. Oh, I was reading in student's text. But I can't remember what book I was working out of for that one. Let's see. Yeah, so it reads it there. So anything you add there would show up there, which I'm going to need this inside the Rogue to open file because I want to be able to do all the config in a file. That way it's easier just to change stuff. So I think we're going to do that. Oh, well. So this reads it in into a struct. One there. So this is just printing out the buffer here. 100 reads it into the buffer, does that. So while it doesn't equal null, the new line. So the string already contains a new line. That's why we're getting extra lines on that. So we can do that. What's the name of this? Junker. And then we get rid of that line. See how it had the space? There. Which that really comes in handy. Even if you're like playing with algorithms and you need to get it off disk, something simple like this would be good. There's your buffer. Of course, I certainly didn't need 100, but it ain't hurt nothing for this. All right, what is... I can't remember what book I was going off of on that. Let me see if it's in here. Oh, compound types. File macro. So what would it be under? Input? Or what? Or maybe this one doesn't have it. F get S. Bet you it doesn't even have it. No, I don't see it. It goes straight into FI. So no F get S. Must not have been this one. Dynamic cast. I can click on that. Well, that wasn't helpful. Okay, does this mean, 'cause I don't remember this, does that mean I'm allocating memory for an array? So it's totally different from new. So this would be an object, this would be an array, and then delete array. Huh. All right, where's memory management? Ah, I want to look at that. So I gotta make a mental note. Memory management. Okay, here it is. C style cast. Okay, we already know about that. See, this here, I didn't know you could do this. See, I thought if it was void, you couldn't use it until it was actually casted. But I mean, now that I think about it, that wouldn't make sense. But that was my first thought. Because void, I guess, would be any type. No runtime checking is performed. All right, hold on. Let's see. Let's do this. Void. Let's see. Pointer p equals what new new. Do I have to do new void or new? Where is that? Yeah, see, this confuses me. You have a void pointer, but then you create a new int. Okay, so I get confused because I'm seeing just different types on the same statement there. So new int. So then you want the type that you want. Just not the C sharp. I'm so used to doing that to new something up. So new int. What p points to equals 55 or 55, which is how old I am. std cout there. Yeah, what do I need for that? this standard IO. What am I missing? Standard lib, standard IO. Do I need like memory or something? Let me see. IO stream, I'm using new here. Or maybe that's an old way and it doesn't work anymore. Hmm. Oh, it's because I'm compiling it as C. Duh. All right, never mind. No wonder it doesn't know. Oh my goodness. Why do I have it as Junker C? Ah, dang it. Okay. Let's see. Let's do a new one. Copy everything over. Let's just do this. Save as junker.cpp. There. Copy this over here. Well, I'll do it all. Whoops. All right, now what? You reference an object type void. That's what I was thinking about. I knew there was something weird here. So then I actually have to, before I can use it, I have to cast it. So now, what are the precedence order of all of this? Probably this, because I want to cast it to an integer pointer. But actually, the void would probably be, like in the book, an intermediary. So we would do this. Int pointer z equals, and then cast it. Integer. Well, first, I need new, don't I? Because that, well, no, not if it's local. So integers, pointer z. No, it's still going to have an address. Equals, where is it? Yeah, so integer, yeah, so locally q equals, and then cast it here. So that would be this. So now you have an integer pointer equals where that's pointing to. So now we dereference Z. No. Cannot dereference an operative type void. Hmm, 25. So it's on 25. Yeah. Okay. I knew something was fishy about that code. I think it's an error in the book. Dereference it. So what would we do? Would we have to do this? And then void P equals new int. No, because that would point it back to the stack. If we just put X here, uh, void pointer, okay, 26. Yeah. Hmm. Maybe it's just the book is wrong. Okay, so what it's doing here is it's saying that it's casting it from here. Oh, okay. So if we had just a void pointer P, and then P equals new int. So does that convert it? 44. No. Okay, now I'm having a problem understanding the usefulness of this. So void pointer P, so if we do like the book, equals new int. So that should allocate, what, enough memory for an integer. But now it's saying that we can't have a value to it because we can't dereference at this point. But the book clearly shows that it assigns the number 10. And then we have an integer pointer q, which equals the casted void pointer p. So, can we do this? Int like that. Cannot convert from integer to integer pointer. Okay. Hmm. Well, I don't know about that one. Let me see. Let me get online. I wonder if it works in C. Now well, no, because we compiled in C. All right, on. Well, this is an old book, like from 98 or 2000 or something. Let me see. Yeah, I've only got one bar. Man, it's not enough to get online. Dang it. Come on, just give it more time. There we go. Generic container. Yes, we know that. So we can assign the address. That's what we're doing with the new right here. So void pointer equals a new address that will hold an integer. So now what? You must cast a void pointer back to an integer before dereferencing it to get the value. Yes. Okay, integer my int. That's what that's doing. Void pointer video equals address of that. So what we're trying to do is set the memory address of pointer. Yeah, see, this says it's invalid, so this book must be wrong. Whoops. Because it's doing that right there. Hmm. CD any. Come on, Stack Overflow. Boy, in the old days, we leaned on Stack Overflow heavy. Oh, come on. Wow, what a rabbit hole it went down this time. Good grief. All because a book is wrong? You know what? I wonder if there is a rat on that. Let's take a look. Okay, this can stop loading at any time. So, let me take a look at this. This is, go back up here. All right, there we go. Yeah, this sucker's pretty old. Two 2003. Okay, so C++ right here. That. Is that how you spell it? It'll be page 50, I think. At least in the PDF. A lot of times those page numbers don't line up. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, 42. Internet Archive. There you go if you want it. It's free. Somebody actually wants 20 bucks for this book. I don't think so. Riley Books. Oh, O'Reilly website will probably take 100 years to load. All right, this is from 2008, but might be the same thing. He might have fixed it so we could actually, but can't actually see page 50 though, or 42. But usually you get the errata for free though. Maybe you can't now. Nah, forget that. All right, let's go on to the next thing. That is definitely an error. Sometimes the author has a website on these where they put the errata. Let's just take that thing off. If we can get a other version of this, like say 2008, let's just do that, and then I'll look at that page and see if he fixed it in a later version. Since we can't find the errata, we'll go back to that Internet Archive, look it up. Come on, baby, load. I would get an M&M right now, but I made a video one time where I was eating M&Ms. I didn't realize I was smacking the whole way through. Come on, let's load, man. I wonder if it's quicker just to go back. Go back. There we go. Come on, Internet Archive. Do your thing. Because I could drive around and get better bars. So while that loads, so this reserves memory for an integer. And then this one was the illegal part of it. Okay, that's it there. Yeah, that was the illegal part right here. There, and then different P there. And it says 0 about that being illegal. No runtime check is performed to ensure that the cast is legal. Well, no, but you didn't say anything about this. So let's go, whoops. Oh man, let's do it here. 42. Let's do that one. Oh man, really? Ugh. For such an old book, well, this one's 2021. Oh, that's added date. All right, never mind. There. Pocket reference. I don't have another version of it. All right. Never mind. Don't need this either. Wow, look at this mess. There. Void pointer, data pointer. So here we go. Convert that to an integer pointer and then take the reference of that. Okay, let me see if that works. No. Really what I'm trying to do at this point, what we're trying to do is, well, where's it at? Is actually, we want to get the number 55 into this memory location. That's really what we're trying to do here. But we can't dereference the void pointer. And then we also can't do this. We can't cast it to an integer pointer. Wait a minute. What if we did this? That, and then do this. Why is that there? I think they need to quit. Oh my gosh, where is everything? I wish they wouldn't. What is it doing? Doing that. Here we go. I wish it wouldn't change stuff as I'm typing. So do that. And then this. Try that. There's your pointer there, and then P there. So cast that to the integer pointer, dereference that, and make it 55. How about that? Okay, what is this doing? Oh, I accidentally hit Chrome. All right, here we go. It is not. Oh, wait. Oh, we did get past it. I didn't use STD. Wow, there we go. Now that is a good example of how we used to do things in the old days with Stack Overflow. Or is actually useful information. But that's what we would do. We would just blindly go on there, look at stuff. This would have been just thrown in the code without understanding any of it. But I actually understand this here. So it's going to do this here first. So we turn this into an integer pointer, and then we can go ahead and dereference it with this. So that's what we're doing there. So after this point here, and let me say this. Where's he at? Thank you to Nick Merton for this piece right here. Thank you so much. All right, so that is solved. Yay, we can do it now. Yippee. That's the kind of stuff I like. All right, even though I doubt you'd see that in today's world, but it works. Yay. Well, actually, it compiled. We never actually ran it. Okay, let's run it. Oh, I gotta fix the C out. No, I had it right there. What is this thing talking about? Oh, I don't have IO stream in here. Oh, no wonder I still got all these C inputs. Okay, what was I doing? I forgot. Just IO stream. Well, let me do that. Well, I'm not gonna need those, so yeah, I'm not gonna need these. Oh no, it's not fixed. Oh wait. Oh look, it didn't do it. It didn't do it permanently. Oh wow. So we still have to use this same code over again. Look at that. Okay, now this is in the category of absolutely nuts. Oh wow. Can you imagine writing that stuff? Oh man. You can you imagine this? If you took this into a code review, you'd be lucky to still have your job if you wrote this kind of stuff. So I don't know what the alternative is, but yeah. Yeah, this kind of stuff. In today's world, I don't know, maybe in the old days. I like this kind of stuff, but you don't want this kind of stuff littered all over everywhere. So, I mean, this is contrived anyway, but try to make it readable. Uh, how would I do that? How would I make that more readable? Let's do, we're going to return integer. Let's do set void pointer. Set void pointer number. And then we're going to take a void pointer. see if this works. So P, and we're going to take the value, integer value, and then we're going to do this. This new int, so we're going to take this code here, that out, that in there, change that with value. It's still void, so we'll call set pointer number. We're going to do what? We don't have to do address of, right? We just say P because it's already a pointer. Value, we'll say 12. Wait, oh, come on. There you go. So that would how you would make it more readable if you were going to do, some stuff like that. That's the least you could do to at least make it, somewhat presentable, more readable. All right. Well, had no idea what I was going to do on this video, but it was more of a kind of playing around, exploring stuff, so kind of a miscellaneous. Thanks for hanging in there. If you like this kind of stuff, please give me a thumbs up and like, share, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good day.